Another nigga in the nose. I want to say rest in peace to Trugoy, the Dove from Delasoul, Dave.
Yeah.
Shout out to Dave. Hey man, it's just another reminder that the BossMack topsoil is getting really old out here. You know what I'm saying? That's another one of my somebody from my era that died from natural causes. I think he died from congestive heart failure. Stay healthy out there. Take care of yourself. All niggas my age, man. Remember, man, we got to be careful out there. Niggas, cholesterol and all types of shit. And, you know, eat healthy, exercise,
Definitely. Shout out to the Delasoul, man, the legend, man. It's a legendary group, man.
Did you ever listen to any of their shit? I know you was a youngin' when they came out.
I was a younger. I just know the popular songs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was young.
I reminisce back in the days, man, way back in the days. It had to be like, I'm going to say like 89 or some shit like that. I seen them in 88. At the Oakland Sports Arena. Mm-hmm. There was a big concert up there where I seen Eric B and Rakim closed it. Them niggas came out and did their thing. And then I seen them in San Francisco at a little club. Them niggas came in there, man, and they came in and rocked the house. I thought it was pretty dope. Me, Myself, and I was the hit at that time. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas got a whole bunch of 5 mics in the Source. You know how the Source used to have 5 mics? Yeah. Them niggas got 5 mics a couple times, you know.
So look, describe the impact they had in, say, like, like you told me how old boy died on Fig, right?
Right.
And you said that was like the weekend.
Oh yeah.
So
that
was
was
sold to the younger generation. Who would that be like right now? What we could compare that to?
I feel like
a better understanding.
I feel like Delasoul was on some alternative kind of, cause you got to remember, man. You had gangster shit that was coming up. NWA and Eazy-E and them was rising with the negative gangster shit.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? But them niggas was like more on some positive shit. Like, they had motherfuckers. Motherfuckers used to be wearing like African medallions and shit. I don't know if you knew about that. It used to be like a time when niggas used to wear leather African medallions and shit like that. Mm-hmm. See, motherfuckers would say like some people now, you would be like Trippie Redd and people like that. You know what I'm saying? But Trippie Redd kind of talked tough a little bit.
Yeah, definitely.
He had a song called Poles and all that shit. Them niggas was nothing negative. Them niggas was all about bitches.
Uplifting the folks.
Them niggas was having bitches.
Did they call bitches? Was they on that type?
They didn't say bitch. They used to be on some African queen type shit, kind of like a little bit, they had like when they came out, they had bitches dancing for them. Back in them days, when rap groups used to come out, they used to have the dancers and shit.
Yeah.
They had bitches dancing. And them niggas was just real creative. They was like plug 1 and plug 2.
Was the hoes covered up? Or was
they was covered up. They wasn't naked.
Damn, they was covered up.
Them niggas was like, bitches. They was like Erykah Badu bitches that had the head shit on and
like some Queen Latifah.
Yeah, some Queen like that. Matter of fact, they was all in the same shit together, like the native tongues. Like one thing that happened when them niggas came out, they formed the native tongues, which was a weird thing because like it was. First they came out, and then you had like a Tribe Called Quest.
Yeah.
And then you had the Jungle Brothers, Latifah, Moni Love. You remember her? It was a bitch named Moni Love.
No, I don't know.
Okay. They came out with a song called Buddy.
That sounded like a lot of people.
Now Buddy was a hit though, and they did it off of the.
What, it was like 10 motherfuckers rapping?
it was like a bunch of motherfuckers rapping on that cut. And Buddy was a dope song because they did it off the heartbeat. That heartbeat, doom, 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 doom. That was like it was like they did a song off a hell. That song is a hit. Like if they play,
they sampled it.
If they play Buddy in the club go up. And
back in the day.
Back in the day.
Yeah.
It might go up now. Motherfuckers might tap into that shit now. It'll be like a hit.
I don't know.
Well, maybe not with the young niggas, but anyway, Buddy was a hit, bro. Q-Tip was like that song introduced Q-Tip, kind of came out on that song. Moni Love was a big deal on that song. Buddy was like a big song, and it had all the native tongues together, but the native tongues wasn't really together. Because that song was so hot. That was the irony about them, because they was on some positive shit, like we all together, black unity type shit. So but when that song blew up, everybody went in their own directions of
did
money.
What it was supposed to do.
Yeah,
like, it put them all on.
But everybody, it was like an accidental song. The song was like an accident. It was like a remix on the back of some shit they just did because they was all on the same page. But when that blew up, that exposed that everybody was really selfish and going for self. And then Tribe Called Quest came out of that. And Tribe Called Quest used to be on some, wearing robes and all kind of shit. And like they first album, People's Instinctive Travels in the Paths of Rhythm. That was Tribe Called Quest's first album. It was like they had Bonita Appleboom on there and all that. They was all on some positive shit. And then they came out with Check the Rhyme. Then they came out with Low End Theory. Tribe Called Quest went from being super positive and all that shit to regular niggas. Them two albums, the People's Instinctive Travels and the Paths of Rhythm, they was on some flower, positive shit.
Two different albums.
And then when the second album came out, Low End Theory, them niggas was dressing like niggas. They started wearing, Fife. That's when Fife stepped out. Niggas was wearing jerseys and shit,
so they got rid of the power.
They got rid of all that shit and just said we regular niggas. And that album, the Tribe Called Quest just blew up, and they kind of they
shook the positive shit.
They kind of shook that shit. They kind of shook that. They came out as regular niggas, and then that's when Hot Sex on the Platter and all that shit came out, and
they started talking about
fucking bitches and doing all that shit and regular. They was regular nigga shit.
The good shit.
But Delasoul kind of stayed on that wave, and they came out with another album, but it was too. Delasoul was too complicated for niggas.
Okay.
They shit was too.
Wasn't they to fight the power motherfuckers?
No. That was Public Enemy.
Okay, all right.
That was Public Enemy. Delasoul first album was the Daisy Age, right? They flowers and shit, neon colors. That was their first album.
Shrooms or something?
Damn near, if you look at it, that type of shit. And they was on some flower shit and
just taking acid.
And then they came out with De La Soul is Dead, their second album. Now that album was critically acclaimed too, but like I said, they was making songs so complicated that they was going over niggas hit. That's why I was telling you about certain niggas can make songs so complicated that niggas ain't got time to digest that shit. Niggas ain't got time to try to figure out what the fuck you talking about and all this complicated metaphorical shit. When other niggas is getting right to it, nigga, I'm finna blow this nigga head off, Ice Cube and all them niggas, everything.
And he gonna die and I'm gonna show up to the funeral.
Niggas was coming. Okay, then
that type shit.
But then they came. Their third album. They had Break of Dawn. Okay. Break of Dawn. They had they third album. They just lost niggas. Niggas just was
too complicated. It was too over niggas.
The name of the album was Balloon Mind State. And niggas was just like
a motherfucker though.
Niggas was just like
they lived up to the name.
that just went over niggas' heads, and niggas just kind of like forgot about them niggas, kind of like, and
They gave up,
and they just went into like where they was just like a critically acclaimed hip hop group. They still toured and got money and everything. And then another thing, their first album was like sold hella, but the cold part about their first album is they sampled so much shit. That's back when sampling was just coming in when niggas was just starting
introduced to the game.
They was sampling all types of shit, right?
Yeah.
And them motherfuckers came and sued the shit out of them. They got sued. They sampled some Beatles shit. Nigga, motherfuckers sued. They didn't get shit from that first album. And that album sold like hella platinum.
Damn.
Me, myself, and I was some motherfucking George Clinton. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know you're talking about,
Nigga, they whole album was they got
what
toe up.
What was they thinking though? Like,
They was just trying to be super creative.
but they probably didn't know the music business.
They didn't realize
like that,
it.
to where you stealing somebody's shit.
They
You
didn't
gotta
realize
get it clear.
They didn't that's when niggas learned about all that shit.
From
Them
that,
niggas was
them
like
niggas was the demo.
the demo,
for niggas
nigga.
to learn
They
about
got-
getting your
they
shit
got-
clear.
They got toe up, nigga. They got toe up. That first out, they didn't get shit. Nigga.
Man, that can't be a good feeling.
But then, like I said, it was a lot of irony with them because, like I said, the native tongues was on this positive black shit. We all together.
Yeah.
But when they had a hit, when that buddy hit, everybody
niggas went left and
everybody-
right.
And Moni Love was the number one culprit. Now that bitch, everybody wanted to fuck her. Like, remember I was telling you, Big,
Who is Moni Love?
Moni Love, when she was young, she was a bad bitch.
Okay.
She was a bad bitch.
What was her position in life?
She was a rapper bitch.
Oh, she was a rapper.
That's what I'm saying. She was on Buddy.
Oh.
If you go and look on YouTube after this and and see, she was a bad bitch when she first came out. Soon as Buddy hit, her nigga immediately got her pregnant. She ran away from the native. She ran away from the native tongue. She didn't fuck with none of them. Got caught all up in
became a statistic.
Immediately. She had a hit record called Moni in the Middle. See, somebody just posted that, Moni in the Middle. But she was pregnant when she was doing that. So it was a wrap for her quick. Then after she had the baby, she just got fat and it was a wrap for her. And none of the native tongues, nobody else fucked with her because she blew up. Like when Buddy came out, Buddy was so much of a fucking hit, bro. And everybody was on them. The native tongues, they was the movement. They was like a fucking movement. Mm-hmm. And they got that shit hit. Everybody went in their separate directions.
I like how the chat is a mixture between old niggas and young niggas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I can appreciate that.
Yeah, man, that shit. It was
She was from England.
She was from England. Yeah, she could rap too. She was dope. They
know what the fuck you talking
about. Hey man, listen, man. I'm trying to tell you.
That.
I'm trying to tell you, man.
Young niggas, this is a good shot.
It was a big deal.
Don't y'all love the BossMack podcast? You know what I mean?
It was a big deal, man. Now she's straight up fat, bro. If you see her, you won't see none of that.
That's the crazy part. When I was in middle school and high school, my uncles and shit used to be telling me like, all them thick bitches. When y'all grow up, they gonna be fat bitches. And I used to be looking like, man, this nigga crazy.
Yeah.
And it turned out to be true.
Hey, man.
Some of them thick bitches, you know what I mean? All them bitches that had body back in school, them bitches is fat.
Hey, man.
With a lot of kids. And ain't nothing wrong with being blessed with kids.
Well.
But he was right.
Well.
Them bitches, and they got fat before they had kids too. So yeah, man. A lot of bitches never lost that pregnant weight too. Life is hard. Life will get you, and then it's just like if you don't know how to swing and duck, life will just carry you on to some brazy shit. You know what I mean?